Yep, you guessed it. Back to Indonesia. Hey everybody. Alright, I got this from my very first batch of rations from Stanley. And this was the first time that he's really ever sent anything to the States. So yeah, they did get a little beat up, and it had judicious application of tape all over it, as you can see. This is preserved ration, and this is menu number C, or letter C as it were. It just has the standard, you know, like halal symbols and all of that, and pretty nondescript cardboard box. Well, let's check it out, what's inside. Again, it has a nice little tear notch tab things, kind of thingamajiggies that work sometimes. And from what I've seen, I saw another one of these on Crazy Russian Hackers channel. I believe this is just literally some mains. That's all it is. I don't even think it has any drinks. Let's grab our trusty knife and get into that. So what do we have inside? Alright, the first thing we got, so this is like fish soy sauce kind of stuff, and it's kind of neat. It also has that retort package that stands up on its own, which is always great. And this is the dessert. It's that green bean porridge or green bean soup. I guess we do have some drinks. And it's two of the vitamin mineral drinks. We have Viteral A and Viteral B. And this just says Bolado Beef, and it did not translate Bolado except into Bolado. So that will be interesting. And the last thing we have. Man, and this last stuff, this is chicken curry. Y'all know how much of a fan I am of curry. Let's get this stuff heated up and on one of them trays. The one drawback or interesting thing about this ration is outside of like production date and what it is, there is no ingredients at all whatsoever on any of these containers. So that's something that's been common theme with all of these rations. Start off mixing some of these drinks. Calls for 200 milliliters of water, or about 6 ounces. Has a really nice fruity type smell. If it wants to come out, then we'll add our water. It's a nice purpley color. I believe the last several I've had have looked kind of lime green. And we'll give this a stir. And we'll see if this one is a different color or type. Maybe. I would say it is. Okay, the tray is down, and I used my spoon earlier, but I also got my spork from an earlier Indonesian ration. Our two different flavored types of drinks. Let's get the mains on this. And I had these on the stove for about 20 minutes. Looks like they changed colors. This is the Ikan Masak Kigat, which is the soy fish. It looks pretty darn soupy. Don't overfill it. Oh, that looks awesome. Look at all them little chunks of fish in there. And then, of course, the next is the Bolado Beef. Wow, looks like we got some potato in there, or what passes for potato. Just trying not to overfill this. Looks like just barely, man. Oh, the smells coming out of that, whoo, are divine. Then lastly we have the chicken curry, which I'm most excited about. Again, pretty darn soupy. And I don't know what we're going to do here, but I'm going to try to get most of this out here without overfilling. There's still a little in there, but oh, I'm so excited. And then the last thing we have is the green bean soup. Some people prefer this cold, some people prefer it kind of warm. I kind of like mine chilled. So that is what I'm going to do today. This is definitely odd if you are not familiar with it. But from what I understand, they don't have major kind of sweet kind of things that we do here in the States. So we'll take a look at that. I'm just going to set that over to the side because I want to start sampling this awesome stuff. All right, take the spork and I'm going to spear. Well, maybe. Take a look at that. Just want to try this fish on its own. You can taste the soy sauce a little bit. This is kind of weird. It says fish on the packet, but it sure doesn't taste like fish. It's really chewy. Maybe it's just really overcooked fish. But man, the tastes on this are outstanding. If you ever had kind of like peanut sauce here in the States, just imagine that, but just a little sweeter with a hint of soy sauce. And you might be able to kind of understand what kind of flavors these are. Absolutely delicious. Boy, that's good. Then with this Bolado beef, it kind of looks like you have like this red sauce or this oil or preservative. And then this stuff over here, it looks like it really needed to be mixed a lot better than it was. But I don't know what else that you could possibly do. Let's try to get a little bit of everything in there. I think I've got a little bit of potato, but that's beef. That is freaking outstanding. Just kind of red sauce. Kind of imagine like if you've ever had sweet and sour chicken. It doesn't have any sourness, but just the mildest little bit of sweetness. That's the analogy that I would use for this ration. Boy, it's nice and silky, smooth. Oh, this is really good. I can see why the guys in Crazy Russian Hackers video were just going all mad about it. Boy, that is just really smooth. Boy, that's good. Now I'm going to take this one, the grape looking kind of stuff, and give this vitriol drink a try. And that's really kind of what it tastes like, kind of like grape. That's probably because that's what it is. And then we'll try the other. I think this was vitriol B. Kind of like an orangey flavor. Pretty tasty. Now what I've been waiting for the whole time. This lovely, incredible chicken curry. It's really, this looks like it's got a little bits of potato in here too. But of course it could be like lotus root or something to that effect. Oh. So there's a little bit of chicken. Of course a little root. Let's grab some of the curry sauce in here. Oh yeah. The yellow curry really comes across. I mean, it's got that good curry taste. It's really mild. It has no heat to it at all. None of this ration that I've had has that spicy edge or that spicy heat. So you would have to use something like this if you wanted to kick it up a few notches or Maybe introduce some red pepper or some pepper flake. But this stuff is pretty darn good for a preserving ration or preservative ration that they would use in an emergency, which that's what this kind of ration is for. Well, let's give the green bean soup or dessert a try. Now, this stuff still hasn't quite worked its way to my palate. It's not that I don't like it, it's just that I'm willing to try just about everything or anything. But for some reason, this just doesn't do the dessert thing for me. You would have to grow up with this green bean type soup or dessert. And it's not that it's, I mean, it has like a sweet kind of like coconut milk kind of taste. And I mean, it's good. I would almost prefer like having the crunchy cereal inside of something like this. Having this liquid base, and then you can put something crunchy in it like a cereal. That would be more on point to me. But the little beans in here, they're really soft and mushy, but it's a cultural thing. Well, everyone, this was a review of an Indonesian preserved ration or emergency ration sent to me by Stanley. I'll have his link information down there on the bottom if you wouldn't get in touch and try some of this awesome stuff for yourself. Hey everybody, thanks for joining me today. Total blast. I can't wait to dive into this a little more. And I will see you all on my next review. Bye. Oh man, I'm getting ready to. Woo, hay fever. Yeah.